Alrighty, welcome Bloomerinos. It's Kelea here with Keleas.com. I'm ready to show you the simple Saturday project that is going to be so much fun. Of course, what doesn't scream summer than a big giant beautiful strawberry. And we're going to make it our own. We're going to decorate with some gorgeous florals and some ribbon. So if you need this supply list for this project, make sure you just let us know in the comments, and like, follow, subscribe. Make sure to sign up to get notifications. You can also get on our text messaging list at textkelea.com, and you can all find all the supplies here too. But we'll usually have a list for you for projects, so let us know in the comments and I'll get you the link for that. What you're going to need for this project, besides the supplies we're using, you're also going to need some cable ties, basically, and scissors and wire cutters. And I'm going to show you, first of all, we're going to make a bow. And when you work on this type of wire frame, what you want to do is figure out where you're going to attach your florals. And sometimes we use floral foam, sometimes we just attach them with cable ties. But you have to think about the frame and where the weight's going to be on the project. So we're going to make this design kind of centered, so the weight will be nice and centered, and that way will hang straight on your door. These projects on Simple Saturdays are done, we should be able to do them in under 30 minutes pretty easily. So we're going to start off by tying our bow, and I've picked out two really super cute ribbons, a red gingham, and then this is a strawberry ribbon just to coordinate with our strawberry. So let me move this stuff aside, and we will make we'll start off by making our bow first, okay? So I'm going to use an easy bow maker to make my bow, and it just functions as a holder. You can do it in your hands as well, but I like having the option of it holding it for me. Now, we talked about a second ago where we're going to put the bow, and I think we'll either put it here or here, depending how high we want it. So what I do first before I figure out my tail length is I say, okay, would I want my ribbons hanging further down on my door? If I do, I think about how long I want them. If I don't, then I can shorten that up from there. So I'm going to do about this long, which is, it's about, I'll just go ahead and go with 20. It's a little bit longer, 20 inches to the center here, and I'm going to twist. So let me go ahead and trim this off. We do Bow Wednesday videos. You can join us any Wednesday at 7 on our Facebook page where we're live creating bows with you. So if you've never joined us, come on over. I'm going to make this about 6.5, but I show you how to make them every week so you can learn 6.5 and twist. All right, and let's do a couple of loops. 6.5, come back to the center and twist. I'm going to spread these out nice and pretty. 6.5 here. This is a cute ribbon. I love the strawberries. Okay, and we'll just cut these tails at opposite angles to each other. And now let's come in with a check. Let's do the check. Coming on with the check. And that one's already cut at a good angle. And I'll make this probably, I usually decrease the tail length by 2 inches. It's up to you, but I'm going to go a little bit shorter. Bring that in. And I'm going to repeat the pattern we just saw of 2. So 6.5. I'll stay at the same distance, 6.5. Hold that while we go back to the center, 6.5. And twist. And 6.5 here. And twist, and I'm going to fluff these all out really nicely. So I haven't made a shorter loop yet. Everybody's out at 6.5, and I'll scrunch that. I don't need to twist it. So just like I'm showing you here is how I do our classes and our tutorials that we have in our design school course. It opens up twice a year, so if you ever want to learn how to do floral design and go a little deeper into all of our teaching, you can get on the wait list at keleasdesignschool.com, and then let us know in the comments too. If you don't remember something I'm saying or you need a link, let us know. We'll be happy to provide that for you and help you. I just love to spread this love around, y'all. I love floral design, and I just think you would just be shocked how much joy and pleasure you can get out of creating your own and learning how to make it. I'm going to do a smaller loop here. We're going to come in smaller. We were all the way out at 6.5, so we're going to come in at 5.5 now. 5.5 for this strawberry. cute is that? 5.5. And scrunch. And then it's up to you. I think I'm going to finish off with a pop of gingham. So I'll just repeat the same pattern with the gingham ribbon. And I'm just cutting these angles to match on each side. This is so cute. And just to pop, so 5 inches on this one because we want it to be a little bit shorter. Twist. 5 inches and scrunch. Looky, looky, I love it. How cute is that? So we've created our bow, and it's up to you the pattern you want to do. You could introduce other colors, all kind of fun stuff. I am going to now come in with an 8-inch cable tie and run it right beside the dowels, right underneath. I'm just separating my tails out. Put a finger on the top while you gently pull that up. You want to get some pressure. You don't want to pull this off the bow maker until you have a little pressure. And I'm holding it in my hand, and I just rotate that between my fingers. And now fluff this up. Now you can go with a lot more minimalist, I can barely say it, bow. You don't have to go this big and full if you don't want to. It's totally up to you and how you're feeling at the moment. This is so cute. So cute. Fluff that out. Okay, very good. Then I'm going to rotate that around and attach a cable tie behind right here and get that tight. Okay, and our next step is to pick out a ribbon for the center, and I know I'm going to use the red gingham right down the middle. Look how cute. So I'm going to cut about a 12-inch strip of that, and we'll just fold it to go down the middle. You can split it in half if you want to save a little piece, or you just fold it to go down the middle. I'm going to do that right now. How cute. Look how cute that is down the middle. Super. And then our bow is basically going to be done. I just put a couple knots in here, just like you would tying your shoes. Just a hand over hand knot and trim off those tails. Look at how cute it is. So there's our bow. Does that not scream summertime? That does, totally. Totally. So we're ready. So think about how that bow is going to look on there. It's going to look amazing. Look how cute. Look how cute already, and we're not even done yet. We're going to add more goodies first, okay? So we're going to build our cluster that's going to be going on here on our base. So I'm going to put our butterfly. It's a strawberry, Kelea. Lord, sometimes, guys. So I'm going to grab our florals, and we're going to build out our little swag. We're going to make a mini swag that's going to go directly on our strawberry. At least I'm not calling it a watermelon pumpkin. Design school people will know what I'm talking about. So the first thing you have to do is I'm starting off with this big strawberry pick, and I'm going to take, it's more of a spray, it's a little larger. I'm going to take and shake hands with it, get the little bloom spread out with the greenery, because you want to make it work for you and just really get it spread out real pretty. Okay, so that's step one. We're going to shake hands with that one. Now I've got a smaller, similar spray. And I like these because they have the strawberries, but then they have greenery also. So we can kind of skip having to have greenery because we have both. Now I'm starting to lay out my mini swag. I want you to bring your bow over that you've already made, and you want to see how much space you should leave open in the middle, because there's no point in covering it up. All right, so I could leave just a little bit more room than that. So I'm just laying it out to see what kind of space I have. Okay, fantastic. So that's enough open for the middle. Now I'm going to build up the rest of my little mini swag right on top of this. And I like to use these. These are really neat. These are like little allium blooms. They're super duper cute, and they just add this neat dimension. So give them a little bit of a bend up. They need to be bending up, adding nice little dimension. They're a little heavy, so keep them kind of towards the center of the cluster, because they're going to want to come down, and we don't need them going crazy. All right, I'm not trimming their stem at this point. I'm leaving it, okay? We'll trim it in a minute, but not yet. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to put some alliums down at the bottom. And I'll give them a little motion. These are so stinking cute. And we'll just bring these in kind of underneath these. Sandwich them together here. And I want to make sure that the little strawberries are coming up between, and their little blooms are coming up too. We want to make them all reach up and out. In design school, I teach you just don't want to have things flat. We want lots of dimension, texture, movement. It's really important. Flatness is not going to work in my teachings. That we have to have depth. All right, let's do a couple little trims. I want them to overlap a little bit, but they don't have to overlap a ton. So I'm going to trim some of the longer stems behind real quick. And these are just some mini bolt cutters I like to use. I'm just going to hold this in my hand and flip it around and we'll do a little trimming. All right, so I took off all the excess pieces. And there's just 3 of them. It's no big deal. And finally, I want to add my twig to the top layer here. So it's up to you how much twig you want and how you want it going. But I think I want some twig going up and some going down. So I'm going to separate this into 2 pieces. So find you a nice transition point on your piece and trim it like that. And this piece can go up into, just layer it in between, gently layer, and that gives us a nice pop of red. Okay, and I can still tie it in the middle here with a cable tie in a minute. And then I'll use the grasses down and the little red twigs down. I'll trim this also. Doesn't need to be quite as long. I'm going to pop that right behind. Okay, so I'm going to pull some of these twigs forward. Just bring them around because that gives that pop of red. And I love it. And then that grass can just go behind. Okay, and we can tweak it a little more once we get it on our piece. But it's time to get this little cluster created. So grab some of your cable ties. These can be the 8-inch ones. They don't need to be really long because these are just for putting this cluster together. We're not attaching anything yet. Okay, so we're going to have 2 of these. Get them on there nice and good. Okay, and then I'll trim off their little tails. So everything should be secured together. Trim it, and let's get that strawberry back out. Strawberry, butterfly, watermelon, pumpkin. That's an inside joke, y'all, from design school. Okay, here is our strawberry. I'm going to go right up the center. Now I can either go high or I can go low. I think like a little bit lower. So I'm going to go right here. The reason I'm doing that is I need to have it at a transition point where the 2 wires cross. So if you peek in the back, you can see they cross right here. That way they can take the weight right down the center. And this frame does have a hanger. You can also add a hanger if you needed to back here. Just add it off the wire frame. All right. I'm going to go slightly slanted or cockeyed just a little bit. And I like that. We're not covering up too much of the piece. We're keeping it pretty good there. Now, another little tool you might want to use is an awl. And let me grab mine. Well, of course, here it is. I'm always like, is it here? Is it here? So an awl is kind of like an ice pick type device. And we can just use that to gently wiggle through the burlap. So I just make a little bit bigger hole. Now be careful of your table. You don't need to punch a hole in your table. Just take and wiggle this and it will make a couple little, like a little bigger hole right there. And what I'm going to do is run this through one side and then back up the other, just like you're sewing. Like go in and come back out. We possibly could have done it without making the hole with the awl, but it just makes your life a little bit easier. Okay, I'm ready to fasten this piece on. Fantastic. Now that's going to hold nice and tight right there. You don't have to really worry about it. Trim that off. Okay. Now I'm also going to attach another piece up here. I'm going to find a wire, and I feel a wire right here in the frame. So I can have like a backup little area to hold it a little bit tighter. So I'll just grab up here. Make sure you're going around a wire because it does you no good to just go through the fabric. The fabric's not going to be strong enough to hold it. I just punched my little holes. Grab a couple of the floral stems if you can. I got the main one here. Back up. And you can always camo these cable ties with some moss, a little bit of glue, if you can see the mechanics, if they're going to show. I'm big on that in design school. I preach it all the time. I don't want to see your mechanics. I don't want to know how it was made. It needs to look like it grew that way, okay? So I would cover those up or take one of these little leaves and glue it on there. Now I want to position my flowers just a little bit differently. I want to bring them more to the middle. Get this between the strawberries. We still want the strawberries coming up, but I want to separate them. Very nice. Very nice. It's on there nice and secure. The alliums are kind of a little bit heavy, so I want to make sure that they're not going to throw off the weight too much. That's why we've got the weight kind of running down the middle. And you might want to hang it before you do that second cable tie, just making sure that it's not going to be crooked with weight distribution. Okay, it's bow time. And you can attach the bow just to the cluster. You don't have to go back through the frame. So I'm just going to run right behind. This is the same bow we made at the beginning of the video. And we'll get this on there nice and tight, and I want it sideways, okay? So it's going to go on there sideways. It should cover up all the mechanics of everything that we already had. And I'll come in and trim it off. Okay, yay! Now let's take these tails and run them down. Start off with the big tails. I'll take one on each side. There they go. Nice. How stinking cute is this? I love making these fun, simple Saturday projects with y'all. Because literally, no matter what level you're at in creating or crafting or floral design learning, or if you're in design school, these are just quick little wins, and they are just so fun to put together. And I always did really well. If you sell your items, I always did great with fun things like this, because sometimes people want something different than the regular wreath. They're ready for a change. And I mean, they want a giant strawberry with strawberries on top of it. Because who wouldn't? Who wouldn't? All right. And then the only thing you want to do is check. I can see a little of my mechanics here, so I would come back with a little moss. I didn't put my glue pot on, but I would cover up my cable ties, because I do not want to see those. Y'all, this turned out adorable. What do you think? What do you think? Could you make something sweet like this? And just make sure you don't weight it too heavy to one side or the other. But I think it turned out super, super cute, guys. Super cute. I love these pops. They're picking up the white from here. It's precious. Y'all make sure you follow us, like and subscribe to our page here. Follow us on Facebook, and please, please, please get on our text list at textkelea.com. I own that list, so no matter what happens, I can communicate with you and let you know where to find our new videos, where we're making new content for you, because we love to share this whole floral design process with you, so you can maybe catch the vibe and come hang out with us. If not, and you just want to watch, we're cool with that too. Thanks for being here. If you're one of our fans and you're watching, we'd like to call you a Blue Merino, and please come back for more. Creating a watermelon wreath. So I'm going to pull up your comments, and I can read comments most everywhere you're watching, where we're streaming. So let me know if you got any questions. Of course, tell me you're here. If you're watching on Facebook or YouTube or on TikTok, you got to make sure you're interacting with the video. You know, double tap the screen to give it some hearts, or make sure you follow our page and like our page, make a comment. All of that stuff helps, so you'll see more of our content in the feed. So you kind of have to train whatever platform you're on that you want to see more. So awesome, guys. I am pulling up your comments here. We'll see who's here. Let's see here. All right. Hopefully I can see you guys, so I can say hi. And y'all, yesterday we made the prettiest watermelon bows. So I'm going to show you those in a sec. And if you want to go back and see that video, yay! Okay, good. I see you. Hi, Trudy. Hey, Donna. Good to see you. Awesome. Hey, Lori. Hey, Juanita. Good to see you. Hi, Joan. Hey, Jerry. Awesome. And Cindy's here. Good to see everybody. Here is our cute little bows we made yesterday. Super. Well, they're not little. They're big. Bigger than the bows we normally make, because I thought we were going to make this wreath really big, and we're going to make it like Texas gaudy. We're going to go over the top. So we made two bows. I hope we can fit two in here. Look at this one. Here's the other one we made. Oh man, they're so sassy. All watermelony. All right, so we are going to be making the design to go with this, and I'm going to be freestyling. It's Friday. You know we're going to be doing it. Hey, Lanissa. Hey, Karen. Hey, Amy. Hey, Connie. Good to see you. And Regina. Y'all, at the end, look at these new twigs that came in. Oh my gosh, they're almost hairy. Isn't that fun? I just can't wait to play with these. They're going to work. They're going to be our watermelon vine. That's what they're going to be. I'm so glad you guys are here. Hey, Linda. Hi, Vicki. Good to see you. So here's our simple little watermelon vase, and we're going to use this in the background of the design. So I think we're going to kick it off to the side. I need a lot of room. I plan to put a bunch of florals. I'm going to load this with a lot of whites and greens and reds. So the option is to put it lower, or just, if I put it here, I still have room to put a lot of florals in there. So let's do that. I'm going to cable tie it in, and then we're going to lock it in with a bunch of florals. Hey, Lou. Good to see you. Hi, Susan. Hey, Betty. Hi, Cheryl. Hey, Kathy. You guys are awesome coming on tonight. I hope you had a great Friday. On Fridays, I usually freestyle earlier in the day, but Miss Kaya was doing a Mother's Day thing, and then she got to go to a camp today, so she was living her best life. Hi, Joey. Hey, Bonnie. Good to see you guys. Awesome. Awesome. Hi, Jordan. I'm glad to see you. Hi, Bonnie. You love those new twigs? Me too. Those are so cool. I cannot wait to play with them. You know, I'm a twig girl. I'm a moths girl. I'm all the things. Let me cover up this cable tie because we can see it right there. Let's get it covered. Hi, Judy. Hi, Cherie. Hey, Miss SpongeBob. Good to see you. Okay, let's cover that up because I don't want to see that, first of all. Let's put it on here and just cover it up. Okay, love that. Now, I'm going to use some big, bold white florals. So I'm going to go with these hyacinths because I really want to pop out a bunch of white in here. Let me put a little bit of greenery in. I'm going to use my favorite little funky, bright green greenery that looks so good. You know why? Because it's almost like the same color that's in the bows that is limey. So let's put that in there. You guys, if you're not on our text list, I did text out that we were live. So if you want to be on that list, just go to textkelea.com. And then you can know when we're live so you don't miss anything. Sue, I know. Y'all, I'm on my own. Nicole's on vacation, so no fancy links or anything for y'all tonight. Sorry, it's just old school. It's old school. It's Kelea and you guys. We're going to have fun. This bush, I like it because it just shreds apart real easy. Easy peasy to work with. Right? I mean, hey. I had the wrong color, man. I didn't want to clash with my wreath. I want to be looking jazzy. Yo, I'm gonna need some more solid color shirts though. I really am, and it's hot, so I'm gonna need more sleeveless. You're gonna have to enjoy the bat wings. You're gonna have to embrace them. Jordan, these bows are so massive. Hey, Vicky from Alabama, good to see you. All right, let me turn the glue pot up. For some reason, it's 1,000,000 degrees, but the glue pot's not that hot. Okay, let's get this base rocking. So I'm definitely going to want to break the plane, come over the edges of this watermelon and kind of tuck it in. Hey, Shirley. Good to see you, too. Linda, you're in sick bed? Oh, my gosh, but I'm glad your fur babies are loving on you. I'm glad they are. If you guys have questions on TikTok, you can ask. Welcome. I'm a real talker. Whether you like that or not, I'm a talker. So I'll be happy to answer or help you or say hello. Jill, this is the coolest greenery. Sherry, you love it too? You know why? Because it's got this cool little berry on it. It's like this neat little texture of a berry and a little flaky leaf. I don't know. It's funky cool. I hope you get better quick. With all that love, I know you will. That's extra love. You know what this looks like right now? It's like a bald man with just a little hair on the sides. Hopefully it's going to look better when we get down to it. Hey, Tamala. Great to see you. Okay, let's come up at the top here. Let me put these in. Get in there, buddy. All right. Joey, you love the watermelon thing? It's just it's a fun summertime theme, isn't it? I mean, you just can't go wrong. And a lot of people love to do it on their porch. So I think it's a no-brainer. It's Scream Summer. So we might as well play with it too, shouldn't we? So much fun. You know, watermelons, bees, ladybugs, all that kind of bright colors are good for summer. Good for summer. Oh my gosh, and if you're in design school, which I know a lot of you guys watching are, the project we made on Tuesday already sold at the store. The blessed sign is gone. It is gone. It was sold when I got there. Okay, we got a nice layout. Now let's hit between this. I want to put a bunch of white because I've got a lot of red dominated florals, and we're going to be adding the big beautiful bows and all that. So I really want a bunch of white behind, okay? So let's get that in next. Oh, hi Vicki, good to see you. Hey Kernan, good to see you too. Glad you're here. If there's anybody new watching, or should you, you know, butter my biscuit for me, that would be wonderful. Share it with a friend who might enjoy wanting to do some floral design. Or maybe he just likes to decorate or have fun with all the fun flowers. Okay, I'm going to put these in. These are hyacinths that I think will be fun in here. I was going to cluster them up, but I think we're going to have to go one at a time. Let's get one in right here. And I really want to keep this at an angle, so let me push that in. There we go. Good. Let's put one more. You're all about color? Nice. Hi, Donna. Hey, Vicki. Hey, Mary Lou. I'm glad you guys are enjoying the watermelon. Me too. Me too. I'm glad we freestyle later. You guys are all coming and hanging out tonight. Usually I go earlier in the day, but it didn't work out today. Okay, I got a couple in there. I'm loving it. Good. Thanks, Sherry. I'm glad you enjoy it. Thank you, Lynn. I love watermelons too. Just like a no-brainer. I normally mix them with more red, but we're going to put a bunch more white today because I really want to see that pop of lighter color. I am so glad you've learned so much. I am blessed to have you guys here. I love to teach, so it's my favorite thing to do besides make with you guys. The combination of both is just so awesome. Okay, let's get these in here. I'm trying to give them a little bit of movement. There we go. Perfect. Hey, Brenda. Thank you, Kim, for the sprinkles. You're so sweet. Vince said butter my biscuit yesterday, so now that's my new term. Hey, Deborah. Right? White makes it pop. It's kind of like when we add the black ribbon in. It does that same thing. I think because this has the black dots, the white really... I just saw today in my booth, I was like, I need to add a little bit more white with the red and see if I like that. And go for it. Okay, let's look at our funky bow for spacing. This is the one I'm going to use up here, up at the top. Okay. Oh gosh, that's going to be good right there. Okay, so that's a good zone to leave open. I'm happy with that. But I need to pop that more. So now we're going to pop a little more red in. And I got some killer sunflowers that I like that are a little bit brighter red. Okay, listen, I miss your videos a lot. Oh, well, I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're here. You know, we've got replays here. You can always go to Keleas.com and see the blog posts there. If for some reason you're not seeing the notifications. If you're on our text list, I text you when I'm live. But we also usually are streaming to YouTube now, so if you prefer YouTube, you can watch there also. I have a question on TikTok. Yay! What am I rolling up? That is Spanish moss. So I use Spanish moss to cover the mechanics of the glue. All right? That's a good question. Great question. All right. I didn't say pumpkin yet. Give me time. Oh, I was just planning out our first fall kit coming up. You know, it's halfway to Halloween. So I thought, let's get ready and play with some fall a little bit early. This is exciting. So y'all hang in there. Fall kit is on the way. So I'll be calling them pumpkins, sure enough. All right, let's get a little sunflower in there. I do want some red, but I want that white in the background. Hey, Zarina, I'm good. Thanks for being here. Hey, Chris, I'm glad you're here too. Excellent. Brenda, matchy-matchy, girl. I'll get matchy-matchy on you. You should be concerned, Brenda. Like, what is going down? Let's put another sunflower set in. Oh, I'm glad you get the text. Fantastic. That's a great way. At least you could go back through your texts, and you can always click the links. And when we put the supply list up on the website, guys, they do have links to the videos. So if we just post a video on YouTube or something, you can find it too. We're trying to do all the things, guys. Now that I have more help at the warehouse, we're trying. I'm trying to have more fun with flowers all the time so I can spoil the pants off of y'all. Because I love hanging with you. You love the bows, Lynn? Did you get to watch me make them last night? Yeah, so we made these killer big old bows last night because we really layered them up big time. So it was fun to do. And we had fun. Oh my gosh, I love these sunflowers. Yes. Look how they're popping off. Heck yeah. Those are nice. Awesome. Hey, Mary. Melinda, you went to a local school kids production of Aladdin? How fun. Are you going to sing Arabian Nights now? All night? Arabian Nights. Woo, how fun. That was awesome. Hey, Melissa. Glad you're here. Okay. Love that. That's beautiful. I'm liking the shape. It's all good. All good. Let me zoom in a little for a second. Y'all look at it. Ooh. Good stuff. Good stuff. Okay. Patty, you got to go to work. Okay. Patty. Just put your phone, you're going to put one earbud in your phone and just sneak peeks when I get all excited. And you just go, oh, I got to look at it. Kelea got all excited. Jeannie, you got your order in 4 days? Yay, Jeannie. I mean, this is dream come true for me. Yes. Yes. You guys, don't forget to check out if you have an order and comment sold, too. You have not much time before your cards expire. Karen, do I have the sunflowers? Yes, we do. I can give you the item number. I will have a supply list, but not for tomorrow, not till tomorrow for the whole project. But I will share with you the numbers as I'm going to. So everything's on Keleas.com. The sunflowers are item number 12344. 12344. Hey, I'm located in Houston, Texas, in a town called Sugarland. But everything's on our website at Keleas.com. We teach you guys how to floral design. We have classes. We have free videos. We have floral supplies. All the fun stuff. I'm blessed to get to be a business coach over at Deco Exchange and teach Etsy. So I try to be doing all the things. All right, I've got one hyacinth left. I'm going to put in the top right in the middle. And we're going to cut another bush. We might double them up. Oh, Linda, yay, yay. Michaela, right? YouTube in the pocket. Y'all, I am always multitasking. I am an auditory learner, so it may not be for everybody, but I love to have something in my head always. That's why my videos, I never shut up. And I'm not for everyone. I understand that. It's okay. But I love to be telling you what I'm doing, talking to you, doing all the things. Okay, super cute. I'm loving it. I think our bow zone is perfect. Let's just see, make sure. Oh my gosh, that's perfect already. Haha. No, no. We're going to make this one gaudy. We're not stopping there. So hold on, folks. Scoot over, mister. We're going to step number 2. Step number 2, guys. More hyacinth, more sunflowers, because it's Freestyle Friday. And last Friday, I wanted to make something big, and I didn't get to, so we're going all out. This is getting bigger and bigger. Okay, these hyacinths are item number 73701. 73701. I know they come in other colors. This is the cream. Do I have monthly kits? Elizabeth, we don't have kits. We do have supply lists for a lot of our projects. I do sell kits. We have a couple of kits coming up. Our first Halloween kit's about to come out. And we've got another summertime kit coming out. But we don't have a subscription like that, like a kit subscription. We do have a couple of other subscriptions. If you're on our text list, when there's spots available, we'll send it out and let you know. Because we have spots that come available for our greenery subscription and our berries, blooms, branches, and buds. And those come out a couple times a month. Okay, Jill, what'd you say? Let's see. You gave a name today for Bow Wednesday. She was saying she needed help with her bows. Thank you, Jill. Awesome. Yes, Wednesday's bow day. Yesterday we did a bow Thursday, which was an additional day, but I knew I wanted to make these big giant bows for this one. Yay! Yay! Juanita, yay. Karen, I amaze you. Yes. Kimmy, you love that I talk to you. Oh, good. Good, because I'm never shutting up. Even when I used to have 800 viewers watching, still trying to talk to everybody, still say hello, which annoyed the hell out of some people, but that's okay. They're not my people then. I still would. Okay, I'm trimming this all down, and we're putting, this is that same greenery we used back there. It works so good with that lime green ribbon, so we're putting more of it in. Okay. Thank you, Kim. Oh, Cherie, the greenery we're using, let me give you that. I could have just given you that. Hold on. The greenery is 62887 GN. 62887 GN. I know, Angie, yes, I had plenty of this in stock before we started in green. I know I did. I made sure because everyone's been asking for the watermelon stuff, so I want to make sure we had plenty. Right? Cherie, that was the number. If someone could pop that number in the comments, because Nicole's out, guys. She is having a vacation. I know, Becky. Isn't it super cute? The watermelon slice and all of that. It'll all be on that supply list. We'll text you out everything when the video publishes, probably tomorrow. Okay, I've got a little bit going up and down here. Hi, Shelly. How are you doing tonight? Great to see you. I'm sorry if you're watching over on YouTube and I can't see you live. I just need one more device and I'll be able to do that. Who's over here? Hey, Lillian. I think that's your name. Good to see you. The greenery number, let me give it to you again, guys. The greenery was, y'all ready to copy? 62887 GN. 62887 GN is this greenery right here. Bright green. Super cute bright green. Oh, thanks, Jeannie. You guys are awesome. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Jeannie, Kim, and Lori. You're awesome. Awesome, Shelly. You think it's very cute? Oh, thank you. All right. We're not done, though, because it may look like we're getting close to done, but no. We're going over the top. Sometimes I feel like, you know, we're from Texas. We like to overdo it sometimes. Maybe just slight bit over the top. Well, thank you, Debbie. Nancy says, is that an 18-inch grapevine? Yes. It's going in an 18. I'm coming pretty far off of it, probably 6 or 8 inches. Thank you for popping that in the comments. Also, too, over here, Kim, thank you. You're awesome. Barbara, we'll be doing a supply list, but it's not going to come out until tomorrow because it'll be too late for me to text it, okay? I don't want to be, abusing y'all too much on the text. Just slightly abusing. Yes, I will have a supply list, but anybody who wants to grab something ahead of time, I am sending it out to you early right now. Just call them out. Okay, I am just trying to kind of go on the other side of the bow here. And I really wanted just chunks of white to lay these bows on top of. See how pretty that is going to contrast with that chunking around it? I like that. And then we're going to add more movement with sunflowers too in just a second. So I know, they're really working good, Brenda. I was thinking of like using the delphiniums, but I like these better because they're thicker. They're reasonably priced, and they're very, you know, they're going to create like a good backdrop. Well, I did a TikTok today, no, yesterday. I did one talking about how I needed to add like some drama to the back of a piece. And the reason was because the florals I used in there were just a little too, you know, transparent. They were there, but they weren't creating a good solid backdrop. So that's exactly what I thought these would work, because they're dense and the eye is going to stop at them. Where when I use a lot of wispy stuff, sometimes the eye goes past it. So I hope it makes sense. Thank you. I'm glad you like it. Oh, good. You're quick, Barbara. Quick on the draw. Elizabeth, the supply list will have the bows also. Yeah, we'll have all the ribbons and the bows. We'll have the whole thing. And you can come back and watch the video. We'll have a link to the bow video too, okay? I'm sorry. I know, fancy watermelon. Shelly, yeah, we have the watermelon in our shop too. It'll be on the supply list tomorrow. I think it's brand new, so it's not online. But yes, it came from our shop. It is like a burlap material on a wire frame. And it's got a cute little grapevine edge. Okay, here comes some more sunflowers in. And I really, really want the drama happening. So I'm going to use this kind of coming down, like the party is coming down. I love these dramatic sunflowers. I hope I bought enough of them. They're like perfectly shaped. And their wires are good. Oof. I love these. Oh my gosh, look at that. That's just splitting beautifully in there. Let me move my little table over here. Okay. And I'm going to put a little bit more on that side, flowing up. Yes! Thank you, Susan! How's our shipping time? You wouldn't believe it. It's been less than 5 days. So you should be getting turnaround time, as in it leaves the warehouse within 5 days. And then FedEx and US Post and all that's been pretty good. So it's been much faster. We're going to cross our fingers that it gets to stay that way. Okay, let's put this one at the top between that hyacinth. Thanks, Arena. I'm so glad you think that. Awesome. How are you doing, Kim? Good to see you tonight. All right, I'm going up to the top here. Y'all, and if you could do me a favor and just, if you're watching on Facebook, do you mind liking our page and following us, getting notifications? That'd be great. If you're on YouTube, if you could hit the bell icon and subscribe, like our videos, all that stuff would be fantastic. And if you're on TikTok, if you could also follow us and double click the screen and give us some love, that would be awesome. Okay? I'd appreciate it. It would help me out a lot. We show our videos to you more often. So this is Spanish moss I'm rolling up if you're wondering what I'm doing. That's covering my glue. It helps secure my stem. Kind of makes like a moss sandwich. And then it's all really secure. Okay. I love this so much. This is so good already. Okay. I'm happy. Thank you, Donna. Brenda says, I do my best work on freestyle fries. Well, Brenda, sometimes I throw the budget out the window. Sometimes I like just like, let's do it. Let's do it. Okay. I got a lot of hyacinth at the top, but that's okay. I am going to put another sunflower, I think, up there. I'm going to save this little bit of greenery here until I get my bows in. And I want to pop another sunflower at the top once, I think, let's put it in first, maybe. I was trying to see if we wanted to put it in last. Thanks, Carol. Kim can't hear me. Dang, Kim. I was going to tell you. Bill, not for everyone. Bill, doesn't sound like you're my perfect person then. Yeah, if you want to come out, thanks for helping her and telling her that. Right, Brenda? There with the budget. There with the budget. I love to put all the florals in. Ah, so juicy, guys. This beautiful red with the white is really popping. And so the nice thing about doing something like this is people could use this for Americana, and they could just pop in a couple little flags, and then they could use it for the rest of the summer. Okay, that looks good. I really like that all around the top. Brenda, great minds think alike with the audio's budget. Yes. Okay, our foundation's pretty good. I'm pretty happy with everything we've done so far, so I'm going to go ahead and pop in our bows, okay? We know we're going super over the top. Hey, Teresa, this is an 18-inch grapevine. It's a fairly big one. All right, our bow that we made with the long tails, I'm going to use that at the bottom. I love the way the tails are going to like rocket on the door. So they'll come on down and flow down in the door. So let's come over here. And I'm going to run this through. And I'm going to try not to go too far in the back. Maybe limited on space here. Let's put this in. So these are really full over the top bows. So whoever buys this one is going to have to love big old bows. Oh my gosh, it looks so pretty though. It looks so pretty. What a proper bow. It's so cute with all the little loops. I know. Thank you. You guys are so super sweet. Hey, Triple D. Good to see you. Special kisses for Triple D tonight. Okay, big bow in. Wow. Dang. Sometimes I'm a no bow person, but we might have to be bowing it more. That's pretty. Now let's bring it in here. Okay, now here is our funky bow, and sometimes I like to rotate those a little. Or I can have it straight. I think I'm rotating it this way. On yours, you can do it any way you want. Let's bring it in, and I'm going to put that right up here. And I'm so glad we really popped a lot of the hyacinth in. I think that set a really nice perimeter. Yeah, Melinda, we're going over the top today. You know, it's Friday. Some days it can't be simple. You know, we're going to have Simple Saturday tomorrow, and we'll keep it simple. Keep it easy for you. But not tonight. Not tonight. We had to go big. You know, I'm from Texas. We were playing around. And no one's missing this. Nobody's missing this wreath from the street. Nobody. Nobody. Everybody's going to know. You know, that TikTok, nobody's going to know. Not in this case. Everybody. Jeannie, you like the bow rotated? Yeah. That's a little fun little addition we can do. Oh my gosh, so pretty. Okay, now we're not done. We're homing it in. You like it, Teresa? Thank you. Thanks, guys. I love it when a plan comes together. Now I've got just a touch of greenery, and I'm going to try to tuck a little of this around our bows, just to pop a little in. And then, you know, we're going to put our twigs. I got to play with those new twigs. Okay, let's put them in. Thanks, Mandy. Yeah, how awesome. Kim says it's all of the colors. It really popped. It's a great combination, isn't it, Kim? So I'm just going to tuck a couple of these in. Shelly, I'm from Houston, down here, and actually live in Sugar Land. So, down south of you. Thank you, Linda. You're enjoying it? Awesome. I think that turned out really pretty. So I'm just kind of softening the lines a little with a little bit of greenery up here. Pop them in. Okay. You know, the whole design started with the bow, so I would encourage you to do that also. If you can start with your bow, you know, kind of design it out. And then you can figure out what florals and greenery you want to put with it. You might feel a little less overwhelmed if you can do that. Okay, let's put one more on that other side. Hey, you know what? I sold very simple. I sold lots of very simple wreaths also, so it's totally okay. But I like to make big, beautiful things. Right? Thank you, Debbie. Nobody's gonna miss it, Elizabeth. It's big. Big and bold. And it's really not tacky. I mean, I can make it tacky. It's not. It's good. Hey, Roxanne, thank you. Kimmy, you like when I go over the top? Oh my gosh, thank you. Tell you what, I sell them too. I mean, sometimes it's scary to try something that's really got so many layers and it ends up being more expensive. But I've yet to, any of these gorgeous ones have always sold. I just kind of pushed that one into the design. Let me step back a little bit and see. It's pretty good. I want a little bit more twig right here. I don't know if I have anything long enough. Let's play with our, it's our new vine. And it's so, look at the texture on it. You guys see? It's just so fun. So let's play with this because why not? See if hopefully one thing will work. I only have one to play with, so we're gonna have to make it work. Let's cut it in some sections where I can kind of have it come out of the top. We'll start up there. Hey, Jody from Waco, good to see you. Glad you're here, fellow Texan. Awesome. Thank you, Pat. Okay. Awesome, Lori, thank you. You guys are all coming out tonight. Elizabeth, you need it? I love it. You could definitely have it, Elizabeth. If you in the market for one, we can ship it to you. All right, here's my first section of twig. I'm going to use this kind of coming out in this section. Right, Pat? Just big and beautiful. Let me get in here. Oh, yes. Oh, my God. I love these twigs already. I hope one is enough. They're kind of wispy, so they're funky. Ooh, that's cool. Look how you can cut the little pieces off, too. Oh, my gosh. And they have a little leaf. Yes. Yes. All right. Let's see. I cannot see your comments all of a sudden. What happened? I don't know why. Well, I hope you guys can still see me. Huh, let me see here. Okay, hopefully you can still see me. I can't see your comments all of a sudden. I lost them. But I'm going to keep on. Keep on keeping on here. I accidentally dipped my twig into the glue. Let me cut that part off. Because it's too much glue. I can still see you guys on TikTok. Oh, I can't see the comments on Facebook. I'll try one more time, but I don't know. Hopefully y'all can see me. I am doing good. I'm just adding twigs. And I'm trying to kind of tuck some in here down at the bottom too, that kind of like coming around those sunflowers, and we'll keep working around the other side. If anybody is watching on Facebook and could pop over to TikTok and let me know that you guys can still see me. I know a couple of you watch both places. So that would be very helpful. Hopefully I'm still streaming. Hopefully. These are just so, they're just so fine. And I love these little leaves on here. Super cute. Oh, super cute. I don't think I've ever had a really fine twig like this. It's pretty neat. Oh, yes. Look at that in there. Oh, that's cool. Ooh, cool. Okay. Get the moss off here. Anybody came over here? Oh, thanks, Lauren. Thank you. You like the bows? Thank you. We went like to town on these bows. We did. So it looks like on here they come in two little sections. So I'm just cutting them fairly long so I can get that nice little curve in here. Thank you, Sue. Oh, Darla, thank you. Oh, thank you, Lauren. You guys are over here. Thanks, guys. You can still see me on Facebook. I appreciate it. Thanks, everybody. I was hoping. I don't know why I lost comments, but I'm still Megan with you, so I'm glad you can still see. Okay, get this in here tight. Oh, just feels too loose. There we go. You know, you gotta feel it go in nice and tight. Oh, that's fun. Now it's getting my style. Getting more funky. Thank you, Brenda. Thank you. Thank you for letting me know. I'm telling you, technology is always something, isn't it? I'm gonna put these sit up just a little bit more. And then I think it'd be fun to have one. Let me put one more up here. Coming off the top. Now, if you like the clean look and you're not into twigs, you don't have to put them at all. Because a lot of people love it just clean and neat. Like these bows add that really clean, like little proper look. And I don't make those bows very often where they're just loaded with loops. Okay, these are so cool. Oh, I love that. I've still got enough left. Ooh, look, I wish we could just use this whole chunk like this and boost it out of there. Ah, that would be so fun. Okay, good, Brenda. Awesome. Yeah, you guys watch wherever you want. You can see from different angles. I wish I had one camera that could do everything. Maybe one day. Probably just takes money. They probably have it out there. Just getting more technology. Brenda was saying she liked the full longer view. I probably look slimmer that way too, Brenda. Okay, I'm gonna come in. We're gonna have a little twig kind of coming out from under this bow. So I'm gonna just pull up her knickers here. Excuse me, ma'am, and just pop that underneath. Just let that go down. A little popping coming out of there. And then I'm just gonna put a little either direction. My new favorite twig. Totally my new favorite twig. Brenda, you can see how much weight I lost. You're so sweet. It's a start, Brenda. Got a long way to go, but I'll take my 20 pounds and I'll start with that. It's a good start of my weight loss. I apologize if you're chatting and I can't see your comments. I'm so sorry. I'll try one more time to see if I can see them. I love to chat with you guys, but for some reason, I'm getting nothing. Okay. I'm going to go on this side too. I'm going kind of near where I put the sunflowers. I think that would be pretty. Just letting them be wild. Let's see if this will work. Okay, yay. Kathy, I see your comment. Hello. Good to see you. Hey, Patricia. Thank you, Susan. I'm putting in all my twigs. Let's see. I'm going to put this one in over here. I'm going to reverse this just a little bit. Let that kind of come over. Oh my gosh, I love these new twigs. Whoa, they are really fine. They're just funky cool. Love that. I appreciate. I'm glad you guys loving it. Okay, I've got a few pieces down here. I think I want to use one piece just kind of coming under the bow, right here towards the center. I think that will be my final touch. And we will put that in and be good to go. So stay tuned tomorrow. I'll text out the supply list for this project, and we'll also text you when we're live. We'll have Simple Saturday tomorrow, making something easy and simple. Hey, Blue Marinos, it's Kelea. Good afternoon. I'm sneaking in alive with y'all. I'm so excited to be with you. Welcome, of course. You know, we're going to play with flowers. That's what we do around here. I love to teach floral design. And so today, I know we've been popping and hopping on early fall and Halloween designs, but I couldn't resist popping in something for summer. This is something you can hang on your door right now. Hey, good to see you from Missouri. Fantastic. So we're going to play with this lemon door hanger and we're going to have some fun. Now, if you've never worked with one of our wreath frames that we have, this is made on like a it's vine supported by wire on the outside. And sometimes these frames have wire supports in the back, but this one doesn't. It's just a circle. And a hanger's up here. So when you design yours, you've got to go around the firmest portion of the base. So that tells me we're going to have to make it down here at the bottom. Now, as I would tell my design school students, we can make it super matchy-matchy, where we do it right in the center, which would make it kind of even on both sides. But personally, you know, that's no fun. That's just no fun for me. I like to get it off to the side and have some fun over here. So let me talk about the supplies we've got for you guys. What we're going to do is we will totally have the supply list up for you on Keleas.com. If you've never been to Keleas.com, right at the top we have a button that says supply list. You can go on there, you find a wreath or a project you like, then you click the list and there's a link to the video. If the video is private for design school, it will say that. And if you're not in design school, you can't see that one. But this project right here is viewable for anyone. So just remember, go to Keleas.com and check that out. Okay, so let me show you what we got going. We want to keep these projects quick and easy that anybody can do. I like to do these for beginners. So we're going to start with our lemon wreath base. Now, I played with this ribbon last night on the comment sold, and it's just killer. Hi, Susie. Good to see you. Hi, Willamine. Hey, Kathy. Hi, Debbie. Hey, Kim. It's just a killer, beautiful ribbon. It's solid black Depony on the back, which kind of got a little sheen to it, and Depony with a little sheen on the front. So that will give us a nice pop of color in our bow. And we're going to use 2 lemon sprays. This is one of our great lemon sprays with the great greenery built in, so we don't have to really overthink it. Hello from Dallas Market. Good to see you. So we've got one on either side, okay? Then the other piece we're going to put in is, I'm going to use this little mini ranunculus. We're going to put that right in the center to add a little more pop of yellow towards the front. So before we get too far, hey Melinda, thank you. I'm so glad you buttered our biscuit, as Mr. Vince would say. Thank you for doing that. Let's make the bow first, okay? Let's get over here and make the bow. All right. This is this killer ribbon. I can't wait to play with it. It is so pretty. I want to put these to the side and we'll bring this over. And I'm just keeping the ribbon kind of simple. Not a whole lot of craziness going. I'm going to take and roll up my tail. So it's going to be a nice little curl here. And let's just go 8 inches. We're going to do funky bow like we did the other day. Thank you for spreading the love. Hey, if you're spreading the love, let us know on the text list. Even though right now I can't text you back, I can still see your texts coming in. So please text us back so when I get it back going, I can definitely make sure we enter you to get a sweet treat. Hi, Karen. All right, 5.5, 5.5. So just a nice little pop. I'm using my Easy Bow Maker. And you guys will have the supply list here in the comments too. If you are on TikTok and you want the supply list, you're going to grab that in my bio, okay? Same thing on YouTube. It's all in the bio. The links are there for the supply list. Hi, Brenda. So these are at 5.5. Scrunch it down. This is some killer ribbon. See how much you can move that around? That's when you pay more for ribbon like that, because you get more control. It's classy, guys. Classy. Hi, Marianne. I'm so glad you're here live, too. Y'all, the subscription boxes are going out later this evening, so I had to go live a little bit earlier tonight. Okay, I think that's good. Just a tail up, tail down. I don't even think we need another. Let's make one more. Let's make it a little asymmetrical, and let's have this be a little bit longer. Uh-oh. I went off script. Oh Lord, going off script. Danger. I'm having fun. That's, you know what, I'm having fun. Okay, I'm gonna roll this up a little bit. Okay, let's do that on both sides. I'm rolling it. Yes, the supply list is right there, okay? Alright, I'm just rolling up those like little bitty, I don't know, I was gonna say tacos, but that's more like a burrito. It's always food, y'all. Always food. And I'm gonna make one matchy-matchy and then one a little longer here. Ooh. Ooh, juicy. It is a lemon after all. Okay, let's come on in. And I'm gonna tie this right through the middle. And we'll get that cable tie in there and pull it up. And last night we had a lot of questions about how to handle this part. Just slide it back to the center. Now there's only a few loops here, so it's not so difficult, but can you see how I'm manipulating the tails and the loops? You got to do that so you get the look you want. This is just 2 loops, 2 tails that are not matchy-matchy. Hello from Iowa, Mary Lou. My niece is in Iowa right now doing a competition for drama. She's just traveling the country. All right, come in. Now, I've got a piece from yesterday where I kept a little centerpiece. If not, you'll need to cut that yourself. And, oh, if you're watching and you follow and like, you're even better. Subscribe and give us all the love. I appreciate you. Okay. I kind of like putting the black in the center, so I just folded it over. And this is just getting like a lot of the little heavy-duty edge right here, which just looks so pretty. Okay, let's put a couple knots in. Oh my gosh, y'all! Thanks for being here today. I am so glad you're joining us. We've been just knocking out the fall, but I thought, you know what? Some people watching, and it might be you, and don't be a stranger if you are not necessarily always making wreaths to sell. And maybe they want something for their door right now. And this is perfect. For pool parties, oh my gosh, you could serve lemonade. I saw people doing baby showers in lemon too. It was really cute. Okay, let's bring in our lemons first and make our little swag. Hi, Judy. Hi, Jeanette. Thank you, Judy. Thank you for sprinkling. I appreciate it so much. Now, it's up to you what side you want to go on, right or left. This will be my hanger. It comes built into the frame, so I'm just going to go left, I think. Which is y'all's right. And just take and build your little cluster. This type of designing is just called clustering, where we make a little cluster and we position the picks to where it's going to look perfect. Oh, that looks great. And we'll be putting our bow right in the middle so we can leave a little bit of a bow zone. So let me pull this off while we create the cluster here off to the side, okay? I like to do that off my frame just so I can slide it around. Now I want to use my adorable ranunculus. We're going to put this in here, and I'm just going to separate it into 3 sections, and we're going to manipulate it. This is just so easy. I don't know if this is, I think this is a ranunculus, not a mini rose. They look very similar. Yes, this ribbon's on our website. You'll have a link right at the bottom where you can see the whole supply list. You can click it away and go to town. I'm going to take and just manipulate these around the 3 pieces. So I've left this as a cluster. You see right here where I'm going to be able to connect everybody with basically 1 cable tie going over that. And then I'll trim off these. So I like to keep this just not too chunky in the middle. When you're doing a cluster type design, you're going to keep it tight in here, okay? And this needs to go through a couple stems if possible, so the whole bush can't pull out. So I went through that little Y right there. Oh yeah, perfect. So now I've got that really tight. I want to double check these aren't coming out. These can't come out, and we'll just cut that part out. Yeah, make sure you let us know if you sprinkled and you're getting our notifications, okay? All right, I'm trimming this short because I want all this to be able to hide right underneath my bow. So I don't really have to use a bunch of moss or anything like that. I can just easily tuck it in. Okay, let me bring these over a little bit around my lemons. Now, the next thing is to get this on our base. This is so easy. These are just such great shop fillers. This time of year, pool parties, all that kind of stuff. Plus, this bright yellow goes with so many people's gardens in the summer. It will pop off the door. It looks like a lemon up close, but from the street, it also just looks like a big flower. So you can kind of meet so many different markets with one simple project. Okay, we're going to use the cable tie that's in the bow to attach the whole thing to the base. Okay? Hey, how do you order from me? Welcome. Hey, Pamela, our website's Keleas.com, our same name as you're seeing here, okay? In the bio, you can see a link there that says supply lists. If you click on that, it'll take you to all our supply lists, and this is the newest one, so it'll be right at the top, okay? Great question, thank you. So I brought that around, and I'm getting this tight. If you're watching on Facebook, the link is right there in the comments. Hey, thanks for the stars, Judy. You're awesome. I appreciate you. Let's come on in and get this tight now. I want that to cover all of this mechanics underneath. Oh my gosh. Ah! So simple. This is so simple, so effective. So beautiful. It's popping right off the screen right now. Okay, the next thing I want to do is I'm going to manipulate these around a little bit. I want to bring these little flowers in here. I'm going to bring the lemon over. Fluff the ribbons up. Now, I made this tail longer on purpose because I thought maybe we could have it scoot down a little bit. Let me bring it around here. Oh yeah, baby. Yeah, baby, baby. I love those popping in there. Let me bring this. I want that in front of that lemon. Bend that lemon up so those tuck in around the bow. Y'all. So quick and easy. So super quick and easy. Yeah, if you haven't followed us yet, make sure you're doing that because this is just the beginning. This is summertime and we've been popping with a bunch of fall in our paid class, but I thought y'all might enjoy a little pop of summer. What do you think? Can you do that? I know you can. Hi y'all, it's Kelea here with Keleas.com. Today we're going to be making a really fun watermelon door hanger, and we love making these type of projects because they're quick and easy, and that's why we thought we would do them for you so you can get a quick win. Whether you're new to floral design or you've been doing it forever, this kind of base is really super fun to work with, and it gives you this pop of color and dimension that it's just gorgeous. And so we're glad you're here. Make sure you like, subscribe, follow, do all the things because we're going to have some fun and work some magic. So for this project, we're going to be using a watermelon base. This is just a door hanger. It comes pre-made like this. So be looking for interesting little shapes like this. In design school, we work with all kind of fun projects and materials. So we're always looking for something different. I'm also using a couple of geranium sprays because we're going to pick up the colors that are in here. So you can see your color palette. You've got red, you've got green, you've got cream. This will be our greenery. I thought we'd add a little bit of sunflower just to pop that white that's in there. And then there's a couple of little surprise elements you're going to have to watch a little bit further to see. But the first thing we're going to do is make our bow. And we picked out our bow right here with these two ribbons is what we're going to use. So let me move our little watermelon out of the way and we'll get hopping on our bow. You know, right now our design school is open and accepting new members, but depending when you're watching this video, it may be closed because it's only open twice a year. But you can get on our wait list or sign up today at Keleas.com, and we would love to have you. We teach you tips and techniques just like we're showing you today, so you can make beautiful, beautiful things for your home to sell, give as gifts. We do, you know, everybody does all those things. So I start off with my first tail, and this is a 20-inch tail that I'm using if you go the whole length of the bow maker. So I'm going to go over here and give this a trim at an angle. Okay, we're going to do that first. I'm going to take and measure it, come on to the center. This is where I twist. Very nice. If you need a link to the bow maker or a link to the supplies we're using in this project, just let us know in the comments and we will get you a link. And all of these supplies we're using today are from Keleas.com. these loops are at 7 inches. I'm going to come in and twist. So I've got one on each side so far. I'm going to come in with my second one at 7 inches. Come to the center and twist. Hold with your fingers in the middle and start to separate them out. I love that. 7 inches. And we're going to scrunch it, because we don't twist now because we want our tail to face front. There we go. There's our tail. I'm going to bring that up and cut it at an angle. Fantastic! Now, we got to come in with the watermelon ribbon. Of course, we want a little pop of that, and everybody loves the gingham. We've been using the gingham all year long, and so many different things. So smoking popular. Come right into the center. Just decrease the tail length by about 2 inches. So we were at 20. These will be about 18. Come in and twist. Hold that in the center. And this one's going to be about 1 inch shorter. I'm going to go to 6 inches. Twist. I'm going to go down this other side. That's 6 inches. And scrunch that one. Just one loop of the watermelon. Just a nice little sweet bow. Now what I do is I'm going to go ahead and take a cable tie. Just a nice little 8-inch cable tie. Let me get one over here. And we're going to run it right against the dowel rod. And gently bring that up. We make the bow first because it's the part of the project that we need to put at the very end. So we want to have it ready to rock and roll. All right, there's my bow. I flip that to the back. I'm holding pressure while I'm doing all this. Bring those tails down and start to manipulate these loops so they face up and they pop up pretty for you. You always want to use wired ribbon on your projects because it'll make your project look like $1,000,000. Look at there. So cute. Now, a little bit different. We're going to use in the center, I'm going to use a floral pin. So here's a floral pin. Let me see. Can you see it? It's a little bitty pin. You can get these at your local craft store. And that is used to push this in to our final piece when we get to the end. So I just slide it under, hold it, and get this tight. Okay, trim that part off. Yay, trim that off. We're doing really good. Last little touch is I want to run a little bit of ribbon down the middle to hide the cable tie. So I think what would be cute is to use part of this polka dot down the middle. So I'm going to cut a 12-inch strip of the red and black. Now I'm just going to cut right along the edge here. So I just get the little black polka dot. And I'll save this strip for other centers. So I'll just keep this. I'll just roll it right back up on the roll with the other ribbon. And then look how cute. We put the polka dot right in the center. Stinking cute. You do have to work it through your pin. Your pin's already attached, so it's no big deal. And just do a knot. Okay, and trim these off. Very good job. So our bow's done, our floral pin's in the back, ready to roll, and this part of the project's finished. Let's get back our base. We're going to build our foundation now. So I'm going to grab my watermelon, and I'm going to have it hanging this way, where the pointy part of the melon's going to go up. So this is the bottom part. So you need to decide if you want your arrangement higher or lower. I'm going to make mine lower. If you look on the frame, there's a place right here where these two pieces meet. So whenever you're going to build something on this, you need to do it at the intersection of the wire so it's nice and strong. So I'm going to flip this around and get my floral foam. And I'm just going to use a nice little block of floral foam right here that we're going to put on. I'm just going to put it just like this. First, I'm going to dip it in some hot glue in my glue pot. You guys know, you can catch my other videos where you see me using the glue pot. And I'm just going to scrape it off and come on in and just press that into the burlap. Give it a wiggle. Okay, and then I'm going to immediately flip it over because while it's hot, and be careful because it might come through a little bit, but we need to get some floral pins in here to hold it in. So first thing I want to do is go right into the glue through the burlap. These are just going to cure it to your base and it's going to go nowhere. Okay, let's get that all secured in. And it's better to be safe than sorry. But we're going to be adding some weight, so we need to make sure we've got that covered. And the next thing I do is I take a little bit of ribbon back here and just kind of go over my my little area. If you had a solid red, that'd be less conspicuous, but I'm just going to use the one we're using. And I'm going to glue these on right over that so that those little pins don't scratch anybody's door, okay? And just take some glue and we'll do that. Now there is a little glue kind of coming through that's going to help hold it, but I'm also going to take a little and just spread it around from behind here. Just kind of do a little sandwich. There you go. And we just want to cover those pins. This is our main goal here, so we don't scratch a door. Okay, because those are a little bit higher than everything else because they went over the wires. Okay, door is protected. Yay! All right, and you can always tack more glue if you need to later to make sure it's holding. All right, this is where the fun begins. Oh, I'm always knocking my sign off. Don't knock your sign off, Mama. Okay, let's get started. The first thing I'm going to do is we're using some really, this is one of the little surprise elements. It's going to kind of blow your mind. Is we're using these little curly sprays. They look like this. All right, and they're going to go in the back. So I'm going to use those here in the back of the design. Get that down a little bit more. Let me bring these guys over. We're going to start with these first. So I'm going to take and just cut these off till they have a little short stem. It doesn't need to be long. We're going to use 2 of these. There's number 1. Let's grab number 2. Come on up here, buddy. I like to add a touch of whimsy to our projects, and I want to show you how these are going to work. You're not going to know kind of to the end, but we're going to start by just getting them in. And this is where you're going to set the angle you're going to work at. And I think mine is going to be at this angle right here because it'll be hanging straight. Okay. I'll just keep it up and down while we're making it. I think I can do that. I think you can see it okay. There we go. So these will be right here, and they start our shape. These are our background pieces. So I'm going to go ahead and press these into the foam on the top and the bottom. I'm going to dip them in my glue pot first. Get a little glue on them. Here comes the first one going in. Very nice. Okay. And number 2 is going to go at the bottom. Grab it. If you get glue strings, make sure you pull them off. We don't want glue strings on our finished work, especially if we sell our pieces. That just shows a level, you know, you're not paying attention to the details. We get them off. Get those off. Of course, you missed one somewhere here or there, but you want to pull them off. Okay, so that part is done. Step number 2, we're going to get our geranium pieces in. And we have to actually take and what we call in our Design School course, which you can find more info about at Keleas.com, is you have to shake hands with them. You have to fluff them out and make them a little bit wider. They come compacted in shipping. So you just want to make sure all the leaves are facing front and get them nice and pretty and fluffed out. So there's our first one. I'm just going to lay it on. Let me grab our second one. And you just want to continue with that same angle we're working on. Get it nice and cutesy, all spread out. And we're going to overlap those just slightly. Oh, that's pretty. This time I'm going up on top of the foam. And the reason I'm doing that is that's going to add some dimension. It's going to add just this little fun pop of dimension. I'm going to get those at a little bit of an angle. I like that. Okay, now we can take and trim the excess wire off. I'll just take and trim this. Nice. And I'll trim the next one. Fantastic. Now I want to lay them back where they were. And they're kind of just overlapping a little bit. I leave it a space in that middle because that's where we're going to have the bow when it all comes down to it. And we're going to use our floral pins. Dip them in the glue and then just pin these guys right in. And I think I can get both of these with one pin. If you need more pins, just use more. That's no problem. Okay, so those are kind of held on top, and that gives us a nice dimension between the two layers. But wait, we're not done. All right, now I want to pop our sunflowers in. We got 2 sunflower sprays that are going to really pop the white, and these are great for summer with the watermelons. So let's trim these down to right above their leaf. I'm going to cut them off. Here's the first one. And let's do one more. Okay, I'm just going to get them both prepped. So they're both about the same length. Save those longer stems. You might need them to put something in another piece. And I'm going to tape and put these in. These are going to kind of come in right beside the geraniums. There's our first one. You see that one? Great. So I'm going to push that into the foam right in that area. Come on in, buddy. And then we want to make sure we're giving it lots of motion. Look at it popping up. Oh my gosh, it's so stinking cute. And then we're going to have one more going down. Just go opposite. Come on down, buddy. Come on down here to the party. Push it into the foam. Nice one. And make sure they have lots of motion and they're coming up. Okay? Okay. You got this so far? I think you do. I think you do. Now, here's the super fun part. We're going to add this cute watermelon pick. Oh my gosh. It's got the green. It's got the black. It's just perfect. And we're going to use that in here. So I'm going to break it into a couple of pieces so we can have a little more control over our placement. And I will cut this one right above the top, the little watermelon. Okay, so that leaves me that piece. And now I'm going to take these 2 and separate them into 2 pieces. Just so I can take and kind of have a good spacing on them with our other florals. This is so cute so far. I'm loving it. All right, let's put the longest piece we have. Let's have it kind of shoot out the top here. All right, so I'm going to take and put it in the glue, and then we'll just pop it behind. I'm loving it. Y'all, our Simple Saturday projects are projects you can make in under 30 minutes. So that is our goal here. So you can just have a blast. Okay, the other watermelon, let's have it come down under this geranium. Come on in. Bring it down. Move that leaf out of your way. Okay, very good. And you can just spread these florals out. Make sure you got it moving up. Everything has dimension. We don't want things flat. Okay, now our next step is to, we still got the last watermelon. We're going to wait to get the bow in. So let's get our bow in that we already made. It's our next item to bring in. Come here, Mr. Bow. He's ready to go. And we tied him at the beginning of the video, so if you're just popping in, make sure you go watch that. I am adding glue to the floral pins right now. So it will, you have to glue into the foam. You can't just stick things in. They won't be there forever. If you glue in, I promise you, you'll be real happy. They won't move around on you. Okay, beautiful bow going in. Now, you have to wrangle those tails. I'm going to pull the big tails behind all the florals. Okay, so they'll kind of go down like this. Let me just pull this one right to the side here. Okay, very good. Now, grab the other large tail. And it goes back and behind. Oh yeah, pretty, pretty. Just pull it under. Okay, and just tuck that over. We got it. Fluff them. Get out there. Get pretty. And I'm going to take these and curl them. And so we want to put our bow in this next step because we need to fill around it with our remaining really funky greenery. I love the greenery we're going to use on this. Let's pull this watermelon up. So don't be afraid to be the boss of your tails and your bow. Tell those ribbons where to go. Look, stinking cute. That's so stinking cute. Let's go this way. You can see a little more of it. Oh my gosh. We can even turn it completely sideways. Okay, I'm loving it. Oh gosh, y'all, it's so cute. Okay, now, last few touches. We're on the home stretch. It's our big, big watermelon. We really want it to pop out the front here. So I'm going to take and just do like an extreme little twist on it. And we'll leave that curl forward. Okay, dip this in the glue. And I'm going to press it right into the top of the bow. Right here. Yay, yay, yay. And then if there's any kind of glue strings, pull them off. So that is really popping right in the center. Now, our really fun, funky greenery that has this neat little texture to it is the perfect green to pop off all this red. So I'll just take a few little pieces and we'll cut them individually, actually. So they're into little pieces like this. Let's start, we'll cut a couple of stems off and then we'll start to tuck those in around. And the first thing I want to do is get them tight around the bow. It's really important you take your time on the detail part of your project because this little type steps can really make or break it. And you can notice in the images. See right here, you can see my wire. Well, we don't want to see that. We're going to camo that with some of this greenery. So I need it just a little bit shorter and trim those tight right there. I'm loving that. I'm loving that. Let's pop that right in here. Okay, I'm going to press it right in. And we're going to have these just kind of come right beside and around. And in design school, we call that breaking the plane. We want to break the plane of other elements in our design. So it has depth and dimension. Telling y'all need to get in class because we have just a blast doing this stuff. Okay, now I'm going to take a few other little pieces. We're going to work behind the ribbon just so I can camouflage my foam a little bit. So I'm going in the glue pot, getting a little glue on it, coming in from the sides. You can also go in here and tuck some moss around that foam. There we go. I got that piece in on that side. Let's do one over here. I love making this kind of stuff. It's very satisfying and it's gratifying. And this kind of stuff sells great, guys. Y'all know y'all can get all the supplies on Keleas.com. We'll have a supply list ready for you. So just let us know in the comments if you'd like the link for it. We will get it to you. Okay, and I'm going to use this right in here too, pressing it into the foam, and then we will manipulate it to the direction we want it to go. Like I want it to come down a little bit. There we go. There we go. All right, a little bit more, just up and around the bow, and you can use this as much or as little as you want. I love the texture of this. It's little bitty berries on it. I mean, this stuff makes floral people freak. I know, we're weird. Hey, we all love each other because we know we like the same stuff. We like plants, we like fake flowers, we like real flowers. We just enjoy all the beautiful things in nature and even some things that are not in nature, but we can put our own little twist on them. Okay, and this one around the other way. Okay, how about a little more kind of coming up a little bit? I'm going to come up through my sunflowers just a little bit here. Just because it's adding this nice wispy feature. I'm loving that. Stinking cute. How about one more coming through those? That is so adorable. Y'all, I love, love, love these. Let's go up here. Okay. I think we did it. Now I'm going to show you our little fun surprise that I told you about at the beginning. Are you ready? Take your little green curls and just pull them straight up. So they're not a curl anymore. They're like a little squiggle. Get to the inside part of the curl here and pull straight up. And oh, that was so stinking cute. It is so whimsical and fun. Just pull straight up. Pull straight up. One more over here. One more over here. I mean, if your porch isn't decorated in watermelons already for summertime, it ought to be after you watch this video. Y'all, I had so much fun making this. If you want the link for the kit, just let us know in the comments. Of course, we'd love to have you in design school. We're open for new enrollment right now, but if you watch this later on a replay, you can get in the wait list over at Keleas.com. We'd love to have you, and we'll see you soon. Go have fun with flowers. Make something beautiful today. I'm going to hang this up. Bye, guys. Ooh, this is pretty. So pretty. So guys, we had made this bow a few Bow Wednesdays ago. So it's super bright yellow. I thought it'd be perfect to go with our lemons. So we're going to use this one in here. It does have a little bees, and we are expecting some little cute bees in that we can always come back and add. So I love that little bit of a pop of bee. You may be watching at work. No one's going to tell. Shh, our secret, Kimmy. Everyone else watching is not going to say a word. Not going to say a word. So that's our bow. Now, today when I am working with you, I'm going to teach exactly like I would in design school, so you can understand how our course works when you're in there with us. So every week we have in our class 2 videos that come out. One is performed live with you, so it's chatting like this, where I can answer your questions. We're visiting, we're catching up, we're creating a relationship. I want to meet you and know about you. I want you to meet other people in our group and be able to make connections. And then the other video that comes out is recorded, and it is step-by-step process. And it's totally just step 1, step 2, step 3, and they're in little video segments. If anybody wants to see an example of how our whole class works, we have got that. I filmed a video the other day for you, and we can definitely share that link in here so you guys can see it. There is some urgency to join the class. It closes on Wednesday. So if you want to get in and learn the rest of spring, our early fall, Mother's Day, patriotic, this is the time to get in our course, okay? Hi, Kimberly. Hey, Kerna. Yay, you're going to be in there. Oh, I was going to say your name wrong. Kieran. Boy, girl, you're going to have to help me. You're going to have to help me. Oh, good. Marina got in design school too. Hey, Tamala. Awesome. Good to see you all. Okay, so we're going to work on a 14-inch wreath base. That's the smallest one I generally work on. And depending on the design, sometimes we're going to put on the wreath hanger first or last. I'm going to tell you that on every project. I feel confident that we're going to be able to balance this out one pretty good, so we'll put it on first. Okay, Nicole just posted the link to see what our portal's about and how our class works. If you have questions, you ask right there. You can also get on, watch that video right there. She just posted that. If you want to sign up for class, the link's below. So on here, I want to show you how I did this. It's a U shape, okay? It's a U shape that I put in, and I'm going to take and just flip this up, and I'm going to make my little hanger by twisting these around. So it's super duper easy. I've done little videos on that too that we can share again just to help you get a hanger. I think hangers are really important. They make it really easy for your customer, or if you're giving it a guest. Karen Ann. Okay, Karen Ann. That helps me out so much. Awesome. I'm sure I'll still mess it up, but I will get better at it. What do you do if your grapevine is not tightly woven? That's a good question. What you can do is you can use the moss to help fill in those gaps when you're putting in glue. If you have a choice, the smaller pieces of grapevine work better if you have a choice. I know sometimes when you're ordering online, you just have to work with what comes. And one of the things I do in design schools, I give you some recipes that work great with pieces that are wide open, and you can use the cluster technique and different techniques. So wreaths that are a little bit harder to work with, put them aside. There's different techniques that work easier on those. Okay, generally we would generally put in greenery first. But look at the beautiful lemon picks. These are so awesome that they are loaded with greenery. So we're going to work with this just like we would our greenery. We'll put it in very first. So easy sprays like this, we just tear them down, and it works the easiest. Good, you guys are coming on. Hey, Letitia, good to see you. Hi, Miss Grace. I saw a lot of other ladies coming on. Hey, Kim. Hey, Cheryl. Hey, Robbie. Wendy, good to see you. Did you put a post how you would bag them? Oh, I could do that. I don't think I have put that post up about how I could bag them. I could do that. Thank you for reminding me how to bag them up for the craft shows. I need to do that. I need to do all these things. I got lots of ideas. All right, so we're going to use 2 of these. Okay, there's one. I got it all prepped. Let's prep number 2. Now remember, this is an easy lemon wreath. So just like in design school where I show you layers, every wreath kind of starts with a foundation, like a step 1, step 2, step 3. And then what happens is sometimes we want to take wreaths up to other levels of completion, adding layers, adding depth. And so in class, I will always usually give you a stopping point and say, hey, this is a great stopping point right here. And then if you want to go to the next level, you can go up to the next level and, you know, add more dimension or more depth. But of course, the more layers we add, the more cost things have. So when you're going to sell your pieces, you got to think about that. Or if it's for myself, I just go all out and I want all the layers. Thank you, Miss Grace. Yeah, I love the butterfly wreath. We did that one in design school if you didn't catch it yet. Did that last week. It was so much fun. Hey, Liz. Kim, you're grocery shopping? Girl, I love listening to podcasts while I'm grocery shopping. I'm like totally into it. Except I get excited and, you know, leave something behind. I get too excited. It's a beautiful day here, too. I'm glad you're having a gorgeous day. Okay, let's get going. So here's where you're going to choose your perimeter. So this is your, like, the very outside of the design. And generally done by greenery, but today that's going to be done by our lemon pick. So you're going to see me come as far out as I want to come off the base, okay? Now, if I get to where I can see any glue, I use my little Spanish moss and I ball it up. And I put it right on there. I just yanked off this leaf. This is a nice leaf. It actually has a little place to push it in. So we don't want to lose that one. Okay, first piece in. All right. Thank you so much. Oh, let me adjust the camera just a little bit down for you guys. Okay, our first piece is in. You guys on TikTok, you can see good. All right. Thank you, Miss Grace. Okay, I want to go opposite that, up here at the top. All right, I'm going to come in opposite with my second pick. And what I do in design school is even I'm going to tell you about why did I just shift these lemons. Because I don't want these lemons on one side. Okay, I want to shift them. I want them to zigzag. Okay, so I get better coverage by what's already included in the pick I'm putting in. Okay, so I want to use good quality supplies so I can utilize them to save steps. So here already we've saved a step because we haven't had to put in greenery. We used a pick that had a great amount of greenery on it. Okay, two pieces in, just opposite each other. All right, you got that. Yes. Okay, now we're going to back it up and we're going to work towards the center. We pick a transition point for our design. Sometimes that means it's a bow there or a focal point like a large flower. And in this situation, our transition will be the bow we talked about. And I need to kind of decide on where I want it to be before I start backing towards it. And at a transition, that tells you what directions your flowers are going to go from there. Your greenery, your stems, everything. So we got to identify that. So we know we're going to put the bow like right about here. It could be dead center. Could be a little bit lower. I generally like a little bit lower, but we've done a little bit of everything. Just depends on the mood. Hi, Teresa. Great to see you. All right, so let's back it up towards the center where our transition is. And if you guys are just getting here, I'm super teachy today because I want you to know how to do this. I want you to get an idea of how I teach in design school. This is generally information students are paying for. I'm giving you a little treat today free so you can learn how to make this easy lemon wreath, okay? All right, you guys are doing a good one. Hey, Ray. Brenda says, anytime I see lemons, I think of your beautiful lemon trees I lost. Brenda, you and Kaya. Kaya was making me upset about it yesterday. Okay, these two pieces are just a little bit smaller, so I'm going to take the little bit larger ones and use them right in here. Okay, this one has got a nice, gorgeous greenery, and I'm going to bring it right here. So we used our picks that have the 2 lemons already. Now we have a couple of picks that have 1. All right, I'm going to press that in right here. And then I'm going to make sure it's going into the grapevine. And I'm going to use some of my moss to cover up that glue. Just ball it up, and I'm going to press it in there. And so I also can use that in the space in the grapevine to kind of fill in to help hold it. All right? So they went opposite, same positioning, opposite, okay? So when you're using a really nice pick, you see how quickly it's filling in? Real fast. Huh? No, it's okay, Brenda. You're not upsetting me. No. It's okay. I've moved on. Hey, I bought a lot more plants. Hey, Tammy. Good to see you. All the Bloomerinos are in the room tonight. Actually, it's not tonight. It's today. How much cleaning do I do on the wreath? I don't. I'm one of those people who don't clean the wreath. I throw it down a couple of times before I bring it in, and then I'm good to go. Okay, literally, that's it. Hey, Carol. Good to see you. You just joined Keleas. Welcome. We're so glad to have you. Fantastic, Carol. I'm excited to get to know you better. We'll be seeing you live tomorrow night in the group, so try to come live if you can. If not, the replay's there for you. Patricia said, would it be okay to add some berries with this for a kitchen piece? Yes, Patricia. Absolutely. I'm going to show you. We're going to add a little berry and a twig, but we're keeping it really basic so you can learn the structure today. So we're not putting in too many layers. This is my third lemon pick, and we're going to go opposite over here. And you're going to notice I've created a little triangle with these. Now, sometimes we create the triangle other ways, but in here, we have 1, 2, 3 pieces that created a triangle as we put that placement in. Okay, so now you feel confident when you see a piece that you're going to need 3 sections to create that little triangle when it's the only piece we're putting in. So we'll get good spacing on our picks when they're going in. So a pick is a small piece. When we have these 3 pieces on one stem, that's called a spray. Okay? Hello, Pat. Hey, Patty. Okay, now our number 3rd piece to complete our triangle down here can go it could go to a couple places. It could go right here, and you'll see our 1, 2, 3. It could go here, and we've got our 1, 2, 3. I'm going to wait just a second to put that in. I'm going to put the bow in first. Janae says, so the $37 a month for those who join design school is for the 6 months period of time before being a member officially? So no, here's how it works today. When you join, it's $37 a month. That's a recurring charge. Every month you're in class, it's $37. When you first join, you get access to 24 videos, okay? And they are videos from the last 24 videos I've done. Then, after you get to 6 months and you haven't left design school, you're still in there, we give you access to the entire portal, which is over 200 and it's like 215 videos or something like that. So the advantage is to stay in there consistently so you can get all the new information and have access to the old information. What a lot of students do is they design a wreath and they kind of do it like paper dolls. They take the bow from a wreath in the portal and they look at the bow video. They take the placement from another video and they kind of, put this bow on this wreath. Oh, how did she attach that sign? So you're consuming the content as it comes in, as you're going through it step by step. But then when you get to the 6-month period, hopefully by then you're more comfortable with design. You're ready to start making your own designs and not just teaching you exactly what I'm showing you. And you can use that portal to pull content and pick and choose what you want. So everything's in a really easy to access special private website for you guys in the class. And then you have a private Facebook group. So hopefully that makes sense. Okay. Yes, ma'am. So you pay $37 a month continuously as long as you stay. You get complete access to everything we have to offer, including supply discounts, weekly lives, private lives, all of that stuff. It's all laid out on the page. If you go to KeleasDesignSchool.com, it'll tell you all about it. All right, Liz says, is the wreath bases and Michael's have a lot of leaves in them? No, I don't, Liz. I don't take all the leaves out. I never have. Okay? Let's see here. I think I've got all your questions. Do I spray paint them? Patty, you can. I have. I usually do black spray paint for Halloween a lot. I think that's fun. But there's cute, all kind of colors. You can definitely spray paint them. That's a blast. Hey, Debbie. Kim says you couldn't do arrangements until I joined. You couldn't do arrangements until you joined Keleas worth every penny. Yes, we do have arrangements in there too. We're going to have a whole month coming up where we work on floral arrangements specifically because I want to get doing more of that for you guys in design school. So that's coming up. I'm thinking for Mother's Day, we could nail a bunch of arrangements. So stay tuned. I'm excited. Okay, Danae, makes sense? Great. So there's no commitment. You could come for a month. You could stay as long as you want. But the advantage of staying longer is you're working towards your 6 months goal. After you've been in 6 months, you get access to everything. And then if you continue to stay, you continue to get access to everything. If you leave design school, you have to start the 6 months over. Okay, that's to protect those of them students who've been in there for a long time and they've been paying me all along for the content and all of the things. That's to make sure you don't just come in 1 month and get everything that they've been paying for all along. Okay? Good. I'm glad you understand. Good, good. Hey, Jessica says design school will change your life. Absolutely love it. And I've learned so much. Oh, yay, Jessica. I love to hear that. Fantastic. Okay. Now, there's no right or wrong time to put a bow in. But when we're doing a really super simple wreath, okay, the nice thing about that is we're going to keep the cost down if we want to sell it. And we can cover up some major real estate with a bow. So here's our bow. And the bow is the most inexpensive thing to do on the wreath. Sometimes the most time consuming to make, because even I can't make a bow in under like 7 or 8 minutes changing ribbons. But it is not as expensive because you can make multiples out of each roll of ribbon. I hope that makes sense. So we're going to put that in next. Brenda says best teacher ever. Yay! Debbie says design school has literally changed everything about learning and selling. Awesome, Debbie. Okay, let's go in right here. Y'all, it wouldn't be alive if we didn't have a big truck or a weed eater or a blower coming by. You know, one day we won't be hearing that sound anymore and we'll be missing it. We'll have gotten so professional we don't have all the background noise. Okay, and if you don't know how to make bows, in design school I'm going to teach you how to do every bow we do. This one we did on a live here on a Bow Wednesday, so you guys can go and watch any of those videos. All right, let's trim off this. Hey, Jennifer. Awesome. Hey, Genevieve. Liz, I'm the best teacher. I appreciate it, Liz. I try to be. I'm just trying to put into simple terms how to do what we're doing. So hopefully you can learn. And then once you do get it down, I'm pretty confident you're going to have success. I just got some feedback from some students who have recently done really well with some of my tutorials and sold them well. Y'all, I've got over 10,000 wreaths sold on Etsy. So if there's some kind of trick or tip I could share with you, I'm going to do it. Okay? Because I don't want you to waste any time making the same mistakes I did. And because I'm still selling on Etsy, I'm still learning. And I'm still sharing what I can. I also am selling my finished wreaths in a boutique. So I take back that feedback from the boutique and I report in. Like, I'll be reporting in tomorrow night what has sold that we've recently made in design school. And the neat thing about that is it's like really good feedback. I'm like, yeah, anything I've made like this is sold, so you might want to try it too. And it really helps. Okay. Ava says the tutorials break the steps down beautifully. It's easy to follow. Okay, Ava, great. You're so sweet. Thank you. I'm glad you liked it. Yes, there'll be a link for the bow on the supply list. Yes. Marina says, I love how you break everything down in design school. It changed my stress level. Awesome, teacher. Thank you so much. Yay. Okay, we don't want you to be stressed. Literally, it should be so much fun playing with flowers, having a good time. I do not want you to be stressed. I'm good. Hi, Pat. Thank you so much. Jackie says, what did Jackie say? You're new in Keleas and ready to go? Yay, Jackie. Well, come hang out with us tomorrow night. We're excited to get going. And be checking. Tonight, you should have a new video coming to your inbox. Okay. Now, this is super easy, right? We've got one spray up here, one spray down here, and a bow. Okay? In the real world, this would not be like Keleas, like awesome work. But this is nicer than you can find at any Michael's or Hobby Lobby or anywhere else right now. So if you wanted this to be your stopping point, it could be. Okay, of course, we're going to layer on another layer, but you don't have to do that. You could stop right here. So let's go. If I was going to stop at this point, the only thing I might want to do is collapse that triangle just a little bit and have it a little bit tighter so there weren't quite as many gaps. But literally, okay, super adorable already. Bow, 2 lemon sprays. Can everybody do that? Can I get some thumbs up if you think you got it? You got that easy peasy. All right. Now here's where we're going to soup it up a little. This is a berry twig. So the neat thing about this piece is it's berries and twigs in one. Easy peasy to make you look good, right? So everything I try to sell on Keleas.com is stuff that I would like to work with because it's nice quality. It's still not crazy prices. I mean, some of it gets expensive, but I try to keep it within our price ranges in order to resell. And then this one's serving two purposes. We love to use twigs at the end of our designs, which is something you're going to learn in design school more and more about. But a berry's awesome too, and generally we'd add both. So if we can get one-on-one pick, we love it. Thanks, Danae. Okay, Liz, this is on the 14-inch base. This is smaller base. Smaller. Easy peasy, Marina says. Good. Good, good, good. So let's trim these down. These have nice, long, cool stems, which I do love, but we don't need them that long. I'm going to trim them all to 1 inch. And I'm going to tell you that in design school. I'm going to tell you what I'm trimming. I'm going to tell you how to break down a pick. I'm going to show you where to cut it. Like, if you've never done this before, I'm confident, and you've seen a lot of my students on here, I'm confident that you're going to be able to do it. Okay? Now, one of the things I really preach is adding dimension to our designs. So we do that because all this stuff's wired. Unlike if you were to get this out in nature, you'd have to work with the bends and curls that come. But when you're paying for a nice piece, and if you're buying it from us online, generally it's going to be wired. And that allows you to curve it and texture it and make it move towards you. So our lemons are kind of back. I'm going to bring our twigs to the foreground. So in our face. Leanne, yes, we'll send a supply list for this project. You've got to be on our text list, okay? And we'll send it. Okay. Twigs are best to make it real. Yes, ma'am, they are. They absolutely are. They make it, you know what they do? Especially brown twigs. I like to have this C shape. So we have brown over here in the wreath, and they bring that brown color out. So it's really, really important to me in my design. So let's get these in. We're going to start by going behind each, right beside each of our lemon pieces we put in. So that means 3 of the twigs. So we'll put 3 up here, 3 down here. Let's start with that. Yeah, you guys, if you're not on the text list, you can text us at 832-734-5201. 832-734-5201. Text us there. Text us the word link, and we'll send you the link. Nicole, the Wonder Woman, just sent it. Yay! Great. She is the best. She is the best, y'all. We're getting there. So I'm going behind this one, and then we're going to put 1 more right here. So we're making the same exact shape that we had before. We're working that triangle one more time. We're doing it. Kelly, what's the depth of the boxes we ship wreaths in? Some of the wreaths go into 4-inch, some go into 6, and some go into 8. The 8 is generally the biggest one, with the exception of some really large, oversized pieces. Anybody will tell you I like to make big things. Everything's big. So, heck, I'm from Texas, right? Those, I have some 10-inch deep too for larger, but very, like 24 by 24 by 10. Really, really big wreaths. Okay? Generally 8 for something like this. But a little twig like this can gently get some compression without causing any problem. It could be fine. Let me check. I'm running out of battery over here. Okay. Let's keep going. Now we're going to repeat that down below. So our twigs down below. Now, we haven't put our 3rd lemon in yet, so maybe we got to decide where that's going to go and complete our triangle. And I think because we got a nice ribbon curl right here and everything, I think we should just bring it down right there where that tail is. So we'll put this one in. And we were waiting to the last bit on that. Sometimes I hold off a little greenery, a little bit of different pieces till I get the bow in and then work around it. Okay. Now, if you're a beginning wreath maker and you could just make this for your door in about 30 minutes, would you do it? Would you give it a try? So let's say you're trying to stock your Etsy shop and you can make these in 30 minutes and you could sell multiples of these. This would really be a big benefit for you. So today's video that I'm doing is, of course, to tell you about our course, and I want you to come join us. But if you take anything away, I want you to take away how quick and easy projects can be, that they don't all have to be multi layers. I do like to teach that in my class as well, but I want you to know I always give you a stopping point. so it can fit your budget, your style, or maybe your customer style. Or as you're learning, it's easy just to layer on the different techniques to get your finished look. Amy, we did this bow on Bow Wednesday, and it is, let me see, it's a 2-1-2-1-2-1-2, Amy. We didn't make it here on the video. So Amy will go back looking for it and be like, there's no bow. Hi, Mary. Happy Monday. Good to see you over here. Okay, I'm trimming it off. So we're going to repeat the placement. So we'll start right up with our first lemons right in here. I'm going to go a little bit in front of it this time because I want it a little closer to the bow. So, of course, I'm going to repeat the process that I did before, but I also want to mirror what's at the top, okay? That's the easiest way to do this. Hey, Georgia Lee, good to see you. And we're doing that depth and dimension. Everybody's getting bent up, right? Oh, fantastic. Y'all, if you need the bow video, Nicole just posted it for you. So basically, you're getting a full tutorial here. The bow also. Bring those twigs forward. If they want to shift on you, make sure you flip them forward. Okay, and then my third one needs to come out this way. These need to come out this way. There you go. I want the design to cup that way, okay? So if it starts to flip around on you, just rotate it around while that glue's hot and get it where you want it to go. All right, our last piece is going in over here with that other lemon towards the front. I'm just going to push that in good. You should feel it kind of go in. I'm going into the grapevine, not through the back. It's going in with the curve. Now, do you see how much that added to it? Those twigs added a ton. So we're going to have twigs left. So we used a bush and just one other piece of the second bush of the twig. We used 2 lemon sprays, literally that easy, and 2 different ribbons. And those twigs made all the difference in the depth and dimension. So even though it looked pretty cool with just the 2 lemon sprays, and that would have still been better than most of our competition out in the big box world, when we added the twigs, we didn't add that much dollars to it, but it really added a lot of extra depth. So, okay, let's take a look. Look here. Isn't that great? It's simple, great, easy, rock and roll. Everybody can do this. I believe you can. So I wanted you to see today just kind of how I teach and how we can take basic layers and build and build. And if we can make something this simple look this good, can't you wait to learn more sophisticated, more in-depth techniques? How we can do garlands, swags, of course, arrangements. I think there's just so many little nuances that I can help you learn to make your construction better and easier. And we also cover on every project kind of where the inspiration came for the design and how I picked the colors. I try to cover that at the beginning so you can start to look for those things in your own environment when you're creating on your own.